guys, so for today we'll work on an Omoplata from close guard and then some options from there. So the thing about the Omoplata is at the higher level it starts to become increasingly difficult to finish as a submission just because it's really hard to control your opponent and keep them flat. So a lot of times it's used as a sweep instead of actually finishing people from there. It's not to say that it's not a good submission, but you have to have a backup plan in case the Omoplata doesn't work out. Right? So I have David in close guard, and again, this technique can happen from any position, right? It can be from spider, from collar sleeve, whatever. But for now, we're just gonna work close guard, okay? So all I wanna do, my basic Omoplata setup is I'm gonna go collar grip, I'm gonna have the sleeve grip, and I'm just gonna try and push the hand towards my hip, like I'm hiding his hand in the pocket, okay? From here, my left foot is gonna step on the hip, and all I'm going to do now is I'm going to switch my hips, and I'm going to kick my right leg to the floor, over his shoulder, like this. Just like this. So if I turn around a bit. So from here, so you guys can see where I'm gonna kick, I grab, I have the collar grip, I'm gonna step on the hip right here, right? And again, I have the hand on the pocket. I'm just going to kick. I'm aiming to get my thigh or the inside of my knee in his armpit. Or actually anywhere past the elbow works, okay? So from here, just kick to the floor, right? Now for me, I like to keep the collar grip. Okay, immediately my right hand is going to let go. I make sure that I pull this nice and nice and snug. I'm gonna switch to the belt right away just to avoid him from stepping over. Okay, now I start to bring my knee out. See, the bottom leg starts to come out and I'm gonna start to fix myself here. Once I'm here, okay, I need to sit up. So the way that I'm gonna do this is I'm gonna keep my legs straight. I'm gonna use my left leg as a pendulum to sit up. And now I'm here. Notice how I like to cross my feet, right? I'm crossing my feet and I'm keeping it heavy. I avoid doing a figure four like this, just because a figure four like this, David can posture up and pull his arm out at any point. Exactly. So again, so we're here. So I step, kick to the floor, grab, okay? Take my foot out, I get here, grab, step to the floor, right? Nice and snug, control the hip, bring my leg out. Now when I start to straighten myself out, I like to let go, okay? And I like to make sure I'm nice and flat. Now from here, I try to make myself as heavy as I can on the back of his triceps, okay, with my legs. Because David's gonna try to posture up. Exactly, so I just make myself as heavy as I can here, okay? My left hand, I actually like to switch to the sleeve here. Okay, once I'm here, I'm just gonna use my left leg as a pendulum. I'm gonna come up, and I keep heavy here. From here, I like to keep this grip on the sleeve. I'm gonna switch to the pant, okay? I'm gonna step up, just like this, and I'm gonna use this grip on the pant as a post to lift my hips up, just like this. And now I'm gonna walk in that direction while stiff arming with my right hand. So I'm just gonna go boom. Once I'm here, I cover the hips, cover cover the hips, I post my hand over the shoulder, and then I finish. So here, step, look at how I have the sleeve, kick to the floor, grab, bring my leg out, start to fix myself, nice and heavy here, pendulum, cross my legs, knees together, okay? From here, I'm gonna switch my grip to the pant, all right? I'm gonna step my left foot up, lift my butt up. Maybe it doesn't happen in one go, so I might have to do a few times. Boom. Then I land. Fix my legs. Grab. Alright, so the omoplata can be a difficult submission finish, and people can develop really good defenses from there. Sometimes it can be hard to flatten that guy out or to break their posture, but the easiest part of the technique is getting them in the omoplata. So if you have options from that omoplata position, you should be able to make something happen. And this is one of my favorite things to do. So we have the omoplata. From here, omoplata, lock the hip, take my leg out. We're getting here. David's nice and strong, okay? So now instead I'm gonna move my hips out, bring my knee to the floor, put my foot inside. Okay, at this point I'm using my feet here to really, my leg to really pin his elbow to the ground and his shoulder. Okay, I'm gonna switch. I'm gonna come up on my elbow, switch to the belt. The belt can be unreliable, as you can see sometimes it's moving. So you can actually go to the pant here, post on the mat, kick the leg through, take my leg out, put this hook in, and I'm already gonna start chasing the back. I like to grab the far hip. If I have to post and come up and get the seat belt, I'll do that. So I'm gonna get half back, just like this. When I get half back, I always close over his hip on this side. So I'm gonna close over the hip and cross my legs, okay? Now David's on his elbows, he's down. Sometimes it can be quite hard to roll the person over. So what I'll do is I'll open, if we move to the side of it. So what I'll do sometimes is I'll open this leg and I'll use this to push off the floor. I can even use this bottom hook to push off of the floor as well. So if I'm having a hard time rolling David onto his back, we'll sometimes open, push off the floor, and then get the hook. So again, the whole thing. Back. Okay, I'm trying to come up here. David's not allowing me. I hit escape, put my knee to the floor, my hook comes in. Right, so this foot is going to come in. Okay, at this point now, I don't have to let go of this until I decide I want to switch to the belt or the pant. That's also another thing. Post. Start to face him. I put my other hook in. I like to grab the hip. Post my hand on the mat, seat belt, take the half back. From here, I'll push off the mat just to help roll David over, and then I can take the other hook. High. Do a few more times, full speed. So. Can't get up. Switch my hips, throw the leg through. And I like to pull David towards me, pull the hip towards me. Sometimes you guys might be able to just pull the guy like this, but this doesn't happen too often. All right, so a lot of times I feel like I'm gonna have to come up instead. Seat belt. Look for the half back, push off the floor, take the hook. Let's move back a bit. Like that way. So we're gonna end up moving in that direction. That's it for this week's technique. Try the omoplatas. Keep in mind that when you have the omoplata, you also have arm bars. You can switch to triangles. It's a very versatile position that you can come in and out of. And anytime the person has their elbow far away from their body, it's there. So go drill the omoplatas. Os.